What's up, guys? Welcome back. And I almost forgot that it's bringing back my bar in literally 2 days. So let's get started in a deep dive of the Bring Back My Bar for May 2026. I totally forgot about it. I was doing my deliveries and I was like, what videos I need? I haven't done videos in a while. And I was like, what am I missing? There's things I need to do. And then I was like, oh yeah, Bring Back My Bar. May's edit. Jane Austen's collection. I was like, there's all the videos I haven't done yet. So I'm going to get started on the Bring Back My Bar. And I'm just going to go in order of how the website is right now. So grapefruit pomegranate is the first one that pops up. So we're going to start with that one. I feel like I might be getting sick. I don't know from what. I've been cleaning and dusting, so it's probably from that. I've been like just spring cleaning everything. Big Max is in here now. That's all of, he's just the one that's on the top. I always like Big Max. Me and LG, when we're in the gym and he'll give me like a fist bump and I'm always like, ba la 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 la, always make a scene. I'm sure he's just like, oh my God, can you just be normal for one moment? And I'm like, no, I can't. All right. So grapefruit pomegranate is, what is this? Grapefruit pomegranate orange. Well, I should just put that in the whole title because I mean it's our 2/3 there. I remember when I smelled this, I did like quick sniffs of this one. It's not bad. I'm not like pomegranate scents in general. I just seem to be like, ugh. Something about pomegranate, just anything pomegranate, it doesn't matter. And the grapefruit is kind of hit and miss. Like it needs to have like other things with it. Otherwise, to me, it kind of has a little bit of a cat pee in it. But I don't know. It's not bad. And the like the zesty orange peel, I get a little bit of that orange. I don't think it's that bad. I honestly don't know if I've ever actually warmed this. I don't know if this is actually a new scent that it's just finally got. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've smelled it, if that's the case. It's not a bad scent. I wouldn't mind warming it. I'll warm it. I'll try it out. It's not bad. Next one is Amalfi Coast. I keep thinking I might have been here during our Mediterranean cruise that Scentsy did for us, that we earned, but I don't know, maybe I haven't. But this is pomelo, white grapefruit, and not pomelo, and capri lime. I think pomelo is like a type of like a lemon lime of that nature. Yeah, I remember I like this one. It's nice. Grapefruit seems to be a trend because there's quite a few scents in this bunch in May that have grapefruit in it. This one's not bad. It's not as like grapefruity as this one is. I would warm this one during like a really nice spring day. The windows could be open. It's not bad. It's if you like the citrusy scents. If you like anything citrusy, I think you would like this one. As well as this. Unless you don't like a grapefruit, I think if you just like citrusy scents in general, I think you'll like this one. This one's nice. I like it. I don't think I've warmed it. I do remember it being around at some point, but I don't think I've actually warmed it. But I don't know. Rainbow red. So I was trying to remember, where did this come out of? And for some reason I thought it was red from the collection for Disney, but I think it's the rainbow collection. Didn't we have a rainbow collection? I feel like we did. A rainbow, because I think there was like a yellow one I liked. I like yellow anyway, but so it's watermelon, strawberry, and cherry. This is the old label. These are the new labels, by the way. I'm iffy on this one. I'm not a big fan of watermelon scents, but I get like the cherry and the strawberry. And I honestly don't remember what it smells like when it's warmed. I don't know if I ever warmed it. If I did, I don't remember much of it. But it's fruity, but not like insanely fruity. But I am going to try it because there was somebody on my shorts that commented saying how much they love this. And so I am going to try it. I am going to warm it. I'm hoping the cherry comes out a little bit more. I love cherry scents in general. I'm a sucker for a cherry scent. I'm a sucker for cherry Coke. I'm a sucker for all of that. But it just doesn't smell like it's super strong. I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong, because Scentsy does surprise me in some scents. There's scents I've warmed where I'm like, it doesn't smell super strong, and then when I warm it, I'm like, oh, that's strong. And there's other ones that smell like they would pack a punch, and then there's no punch. There's a drought. So I don't know. It's not a bad scent. It's not bad. I get more watermelon, and I think that's what really kind of puts me off, because I'm just not a big watermelon scent kind of girl. And that's just a personal preference, but I will be trying it. Another grapefruit. This is Grapefruit Sunshine. I honestly don't remember this one. This is brisk citrus, pink grapefruit, and vanilla. The image that Scentsy has on this is actually really cool looking. If I remember, I'll put it up on here, but it's like whipped vanilla, like a vanilla cream. I think the vanilla really brings down that grapefruit. And I get the lemon. I get lemon. What is the actual citrus, pink grapefruit, and vanilla? I get the citrusy, the lemony kind of stuff. I don't know. This isn't bad either. It smells pretty mild in comparison to these two grapefruit scents. But I mean, so far 4 for 4. I'm like, I'll warm them. I'll do it. Birds of Paradise. I remember this scent coming out and people raved about it. They loved it. They thought it was amazing. And I got it and I was like, I don't know. I still don't know. I still don't know. So it has sugar strawberry, Birds of Paradise, which is the flower, and vanilla bean. So it has a little bit of fruity sweetness to it with a little bit of a floral. I really don't know what I think about this scent. I remember not being super impressed by it, but I remember this scent being a really big seller. It's been a long time since I've actually warmed this, like years. So I am going to warm this because I'm kind of curious. I want to know what it smells like when it's warmed. And it's not a bad scent. It's just like, it's not a scent for me, but it's not a bad scent. It's not horrible. It smells okay. But I'm curious to see if I'll like it once it's warmed. So now we're at 6 for 6 that I am like, yes, I will warm these to give them a shot. Banana Berry. This one brings back a lot of memories. I remember when I first started selling Scentsy, and I think it was the following year. It was before a year, and they came out with Banana Berry, and so many people, I like just sold the crap out of this scent. It was such a good scent. So it's banana cream and strawberries. That's it. Even on the new label, it's going to say banana cream and strawberries, but this is the old label that we have. And it smells like banana pudding, sliced strawberries over ice cream, and a sweet fruit taffy. Fruit taffy. Yes. It has a taffy kind of smell to it. I 100% agree with that. Oh man, I just love it reminds me of a banana taffy. Hold on. But I don't know, I like it. I don't remember it being like insanely strong, even though I think a lot of people that bought it for me said it was to them. I don't think it did for me. But it's a very good scent. I always enjoy a banana scents, banana ice cream. I will go through like spurts of just craving a banana milkshake. And that's actually how one of my cats, she's now has passed away, but that's actually how she got her name, was Milkshake. And it was because when she was born by our cat, I believe it was Ginger. I think that was who it was. Had one kitten, and yeah, that kitten was a little, she was a little weird. And I named her Milkshake. And I remember one time she actually walked up and got into the refrigerator, and I didn't know that she did that, and I shut the door. And then it was like 10 to 15 minutes later, I was like, why is the fridge meowing? And then I went and opened it, and she just like strolled on out, like, thanks for letting me out, and just kept on walking. So she was a special cat. But I named her Milkshake because I was craving banana milkshakes like crazy around that time. I go through spurts, like I'll have weird cravings. It's just totally just how I am. And LJ is the one who's just like, okay, guess that's what we're having now. But anyway, I like it. I think it's a really great scent. I think if you like bakery, fruity bakery, not spicy bakery, fruity bakery, like banana creams, banana puddings, if you like that kind of stuff, I think you would really like this one. It's very good. Somehow, we're going to talk about how devastated I was with this scent. Because if you have followed me and you watched my shorts, you would know that I have raved about Indigo Cotton. I think it's an absolutely amazing scent. This, to me, I think is a great laundry-esque scent. It's perfect. It's the way I prefer a laundry kind of scent. However, somebody failed to tell me that there's lavender in it. So I still had a brick of it, and I had it warming in my warmers, and I did some short videos about this and how much I really liked it. And I remember I didn't think anything of it until we got the collection and I went through it, and then I started reading what's on the label, because on the label it says lavender, cotton, and linens. However, on the website it does not mention lavender. And the flyer does not mention lavender, and even the original flyer from the collection that this was originally from does not mention lavender either. So, surprise! And then I was like, wow, it actually makes more sense now, because during the time I was warming it, I was sneezing like crazy, and I couldn't figure out why. I just thought it was because of the season and pollens, and then I read that and I'm like, oh, that actually explains it now. So I had to dump it and throw out the rest of my wax. So I won't be adding this to my club. However, if you love a laundry, linen-y, this is absolutely amazing. It is. I was going to put this in the club as soon as May 1st started, and now I can't. I can't do it. But man, it is phenomenal. And I still have, I'm going to put it in the descriptions, but I still have the Spotify playlist that Heidi put together for the Indigo collection. So if you don't know and you're not familiar with it, this scent, along with 4 or 5 others, I think there were 6 scents, there might have been 5, but it was a whole collection. I think I'm going to put an image of what they were, but it was a whole collection that Heidi did. This was the very first collection Scentsy has ever done, and is also the first one, and I think the last one, where it actually had a sensory to it. So her idea for this collection was a sensory of the color blue and indigo, and there were songs that she picked that felt much more in that vibe of the indigo. So she has a playlist for it. I still have it, so I'm gonna put it in my description. But this was what actually starts what we know today of a lot of the collections. I don't think she's ever, or Scentsy ever done anything else that was similar to this anymore, but I just thought it was really cool. And there was a lot of good songs, and it definitely does embody that feeling of what indigo, or just blue in general, because I think it's supposed to like have different variations of blues. But I'm still mad about this one. I was so devastated when I read that. I was like, oh my god, now this explains so much. But like I said, this isn't a me problem. It is not a Scentsy problem. This is an amazing scent. If you like anything clean, you like the linen-y, and you like fresh, but you don't like straight on like laundry smells, like a clean breeze, or maybe even a clothesline, this is it. This is what you want. It is a very nice scent. I absolutely love it. And we're just not going to keep, I don't want to dwell on it. So we're just going to move on to the next one. The last one, Salted Lavender, which obviously, like the other one, you'll know why I'm not going to warm this one either. So this is English Lavender, Ocean Minerals, and Timberwood. When I smelled this, I was like, wow, this is actually really good. Honestly, if you like Provence lavender, you would like this one. It's very spa. It's very like a fresh spa, very calming. Like I would warm this if I wanted to like take a bath and just like chill out there and just, you know, forget about the world problems and just chill. Like this is a very nice scent. It's a very nice lavender. If you like the Provence lavenders or like the whipped lavender vanilla, like those kind of lavenders, this one's very, very good. And I will not be warming it because I don't want to get sick. Just like the Indigo Cotton, which now I can't warm either. Those are only two that I would not be trying just solely because of, you know, me. But the rest of them, they're not bad. They're very nice spring summery scents. I would like to warm all of them just to give them a shot and see if I like any of them. I will say, just off of what I know and what I've smelled, none of these to me are club worthy on my own personal preference, because I want to be very picky about what's in my club. But otherwise, other than that, it's a very nice collection of scents. Very nice springy and just good like tip of the summer. The next round that's coming out on June 1st, I haven't actually really looked at them as much as I probably should. Let me see here, because I don't really remember everything that's going to be on there. But I will list it here so you guys can get prepared. This is for June. This is All You Need Is Love, which I do remember I think I actually liked. It's different. Apple Parsley. I feel like I've smelled this one. Citrus Pop, Driftwood, and Jasmine. I'm excited for that one. Kahiki Hula, Sharp Dressed Man. I am super excited for that one just because LJ, I remember I did an event with him and he was trying to sell Sharp Dressed Man like you would not believe. The only bad thing was that he was years late because that scent was discontinued. But man, he was selling the hell out of that scent and everybody kept asking me for it. And I'm looking at him like, would you stop? Stop talking about that scent. I can't get it. But Sunny and Cher, which is another one that sold really, really well when it was available. And You're My Buttercup. So these are kind of floral in a way. Some of these are kind of floral. So it's interesting for these scents. But all of these scents will be available on June 1st. So we don't know what's going to be for July yet. However, from what I've gathered, they're only available for the month. So these 10 scent bars are going to be available during May. You'll be able to add them to your club. You'll be able to get them, you know, a part of your 6-pack. You'll be able to get them all together as one little bundle if you want all 10 bars. And then in June, it will be another round of 10 bars that I just mentioned. And those bars will be available for June. And then by then, we will also have July's bars available, so we'll know what July's bars are going to be, and then that will set us up for the third round of the Bring Back My Bar. So that is everything that is a part of the Bring Back My Bar that we have. And it's not a bad round, it's not a bad bars. They're really nice. I think they're really good for spring summer, so I'm happy with them. I can't wait to warm them and remember all of the memories I had with some of these scents. And the 2 lavender ones will most likely go into my stock because I am not going to be able to warm them. But if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to drop them below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.